The theft seeing the robbers installing their own basket lift alongside of the world's most visited museum, breaking the window in cases and stealing 8 priceless Napoleonic jewels. Let's hear from the French Justice Minister Gérald Darmanin.
A large majority of French feel like they have been robbed. The same for when Notre Dame was burning. It was our church which was burning, even if you weren't Catholic. Stealing jewels from the Louvre in such an extraordinary manner, it's a bad look. It's a negative image for France. What is certain is that we have failed, since people were able to park a furniture hoist in the middle of Paris, get people up in several minutes to grab priceless jewels and give France a terrible image.
And joining me now from the Louvre is Claire Paccalin. Claire, the museum is closed again this Monday. So what is the latest in regards to the investigation?
Well, police are racing against the clock. Police are in the museum at the moment carrying out their investigations. That's why the Louvre is closed today. I was just speaking to an American lady who'd come all the way from Virginia with her father for this once-in-a-lifetime trip to Paris, and they had hoped to come to the Louvre today. And, of course, they were not able to get in. The Louvre is also always closed on a Tuesday. It's open 6 days a week, but it's closed on a Tuesday, so it won't be open tomorrow. And we're yet to hear from the museum staff as to whether it will open on Wednesday. What this American lady told me, Blair, she told me that it was very unfair and a huge shame she felt that these thieves had not only stolen a piece of French history, but they had also deprived and prevented people like her from coming into the museum, visiting the Louvre and enjoying the collections here. I also spoke to a young French lady outside the museum, and she told me that this really was devastating for her and for French people, because this was a piece of French history. We're talking about Napoleonic jewels, we're talking about royal and imperial jewels, priceless. And there's, of course, a great fear now, and this is why the police are racing against the clock, great fear that these jewels could be broken apart, taken apart, and the diamonds and the jewels could be sold off separately.
What are the next steps, Claire?
Well, the next steps that police are working very hard to try to first find the thieves and then recover the jewels. Well, I just had a look around on the street. I'm outside, as you can see, the pyramid now, but just around the street, I went to the spot where the thieves actually had their vehicle, had that furniture lift, went up, and you can see the window which they smashed through has been boarded up now. And what people around me are just saying, this is like a film. This feels like an Arsène Lupin story. How on earth could this have happened? What we understand, hearing from the new French Interior Minister, Laurent Nunez, he did say, he conceded that there clearly are some vulnerabilities when it comes to security at French museums, and he's now ordered police chiefs across the country to tighten security at museums and at other cultural institutions. And we have heard our journalist colleagues at AFP as well as France Info, they have been quoting a report by the Cour des Comptes, so this is France's auditing body, a report which was due to be published next month, pointing to persistent and considerable delays when it comes to bringing the Louvre up to scratch when it comes to technological installations. So some of the rooms inside the Louvre didn't have security cameras. We have heard, of course, from the French president as well, Emmanuel Macron, who has said very clearly that everything is being done to try to catch these thieves and recover these precious jewels.
Claire, the heist has certainly reignited a big discussion here in France about lack of security in museums in this country. Do French museums have a security problem?
Well, in that report, which is yet to be published, which was due to be published next month by the Cour des Comptes, so France's auditing body, that we understand for AFP and France Info, so French media, have been getting partial access to, that yes, clearly here at the Louvre Museum there seems to have been major issues. And what's difficult for many French people here to understand, and people can't quite get their head around, so this is the most visited museum in the world. There are tens of thousands of different items in this museum. How is it that some of the rooms appear to have not had security cameras? So this is something that's going to be looked into, and this is causing already public and political debate here in France. Why is it that this happened at the Louvre Museum? The last time a major robbery took place here was in 1998, when a painting by Camille Corot, so a 19th century painter, the painting Chemin de Sèvres, so a painting of the countryside around France, that was stolen in 1998, also on a Sunday in broad daylight when the museum was open and full of visitors. And that painting was never seen again.
Claire Paccalin reporting there from the Louvre. Thank you.